starts with a C or a K. I wonder whether you prefer I'm in joy to Milky Way. I wonder whether you sleep to the left or to the right. I wonder who you think would win if me and Philip got into a fight. Oh, so many things for me to wonder. So very pretty. I wonder when Elliot said goodbye to E.T., did you break down and cry? I wonder if I gave you pudding, eggs, and flour, could you make a Boston cream pie? I wonder if your eyes close when you come in for a kiss. I wonder if we had a baby, would you object to having a bris? Oh, so many things for me to wonder. Oh, I love grape jelly. That's it? It's a work in progress. It may never be finished.
Welcome back, or first time, to One Holiday at a Time. It's a podcast where we study the weird world of holiday-themed movies and TV specials.
Happy holidays, guys. My name is Adela.
And I'm Alex. Happy holidays.
Happy days.
Happy days. We did it. Is this the last Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it while we watch the movie, but when I was looking this movie up, because we watched Mixed Nuts, which is a 90s a Christmas movie starring Steve Martin, and Adam Sandler plays a character in the movie. It's not an Adam Sandler movie,
but he's
in it, and that's why we watched it. But yeah, you can see right there, it has a 7% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and on the Wikipedia page it says it's one of the worst movies ever made. I don't know. I really liked this movie.
I was gonna rate it a 9.
I know. Yeah, I really liked this movie. I don't understand how everyone doesn't like it.
It was a really good movie.
I thought it was good. So I guess we'll get into it. I don't know.
I don't know what's wrong with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the last Adam Sandler movie. This movie. Hold on. Oh, I just closed the page. Way to go. This movie, Mixed Nuts, is based on a French play, called. Where is the name?
Oh, yeah, they said the name of it at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's called Le Père Noël est un ordure, which roughly translates to Santa Claus is a stinker, or Santa Claus is a bastard. That's a weird name for it. But it's a French play and then a French movie that was made in the 80s, and then they made this, Mixed Nuts. And so let's talk about it.
Taco about it.
So we see Steve Martin. The movie starts with Steve Martin riding his bike around town. It takes place in, I assume, California. It looks like California.
Yeah.
And they're by the beach, and it's not snowing, so I assume it's California. He's just riding his bike around. Everybody's getting in the Christmas spirit.
So many people dressed up. It's so fun.
Yeah. We see Juliette Lewis plays a character named, what was her name? Gracie. She's a pregnant lady who is a, what's the word? Fortune teller?
She's not a fortune teller.
Yeah.
I thought she sold costumes. She's a seamstress. Maybe she's not. I don't know.
There was just, a bunch of stuff on her, the windows where she lived. So I didn't really know what she was.
Well, they were talking about how she could have sold that Santa suit, so I just assumed she was a costume.
Let me see if it says anything about who she is. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay. She's something. But she is chasing her, I guess, boyfriend out of the house. His name is Felix. He's dressed up as Santa. He, works as, a Santa during the holidays to get some extra money. Chases him out of the store. But Felix bumps into these rollerbladers that are carrying a tree, and they get into, a big argument about it. And Steve, whose character's name is Philip, he's like, hey, stop arguing. It's Christmas. I gotta give some Christmas spirit. And then they start yelling at him because they're like, get out of my argument. This is my argument. But they just leave the tree because they're like, "Oh, you ruined it." But it was like fine.
They spent so much time getting the perfect symmetrical tree.
Oh yes. But so Philip just kind of takes it up since they're just gonna leave it there. It's okay. But then we go up. We cut to this place and these people working for like a suicide like crisis hotline. It is what is her name? Rita Wilson plays Catherine, who's one of the workers there, and then we have Madeline Kahn plays Mrs. Munchnick, or what was her first name?
I don't remember what her first name. They just call her Mrs. Munchnick.
Mrs. Munchnick. That's what they call her like the whole time, pretty much. Blanche.
That's
Blanche
right.
Munchnick. Which I like thought it was her mom at first.
I know, I did too.
Because like she was on the phone with someone on, then they like asked about her personal life. And they're not supposed to tell them, but then she says she lives with her mom, and so for some reason I assumed that was her mom like the whole movie.
Yeah.
But it's not. They're just co-workers. But yeah, they're talking to people on this suicide hotline called Lifesavers, which is a very generic name for that. But yeah, this is the second Rita Wilson movie we've watched because she was the mom in Jingle All the Way. So that's fun. And they also reveal it's Christmas Eve. So it's a nice festive time.
Fun time.
Philip enters the apartment building, which I guess is where Lifesavers like office is. It's just Philip's apartment or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like his apartment. I don't know.
Because he was he rode his bike there. Like,
I guess maybe he lives there. Well, yeah. Where was he coming from?
Yeah.
I don't know. Huh. Maybe it's just an office.
Maybe.
But Gary Shandling plays Stanley, the landlord. And he tells Philip that he's getting evicted. Everybody in the apartment complex is getting evicted because I think they said something about like they're making them condos.
Yeah, they're renovating them to condos.
So is that why they were evicting them?
Well, that, and he was 3 months behind on rent.
That too, yeah. But like everyone in the place was getting evicted. Like, is that what they do? I feel like they would, offer them a deal or something before they just evict them, right?
Maybe he hates them all.
I guess so.
He kills people, so.
Spoilers.
Oh, no.
Wow. But he comes in, brings in the tree, doesn't tell them that they're getting evicted because it's Christmas Eve. He doesn't want to,
he doesn't want them to know they're going to be jobless.
Yeah, except they're getting evicted by the end of the year, which is 5 days. Or 6 days, I guess. 7 days. I don't know.
They have until the 2nd, so.
Oh, there we go. He gives Mrs. Munchnick a fruit cake, and she is like, oh, I think this is the one I gave you last year, but okay, thanks. And she leaves because she's got to go to her dead husband's sister's house for Christmas Eve dinner. Is this the part where she gets stuck in the elevator?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, she takes the elevator down, but she gets stuck, and then she just starts yelling, and no one hears her.
It's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, it's so good. We cut back over to Gracie and Felix. They're arguing in the home. Felix talks about how he's like an artist and he wants to paint murals and things like that. But Gracie's like, oh, I want a man to make me money. We're going to break up. I don't want my son being raised by you. Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the scene. That's that whole scene. See, I don't know. It was hard to write stuff about this movie because, there's just a lot of it's based on a play, and it's clear that it's based on a play because there's a lot of good dialogue and good talking, but I can't really write all that down because it's just dialogue. It's not. I usually just write down what happens, and there's not really a lot that happens. So there's a lot of scenes that I'm just gonna be they do this and that's what happens because that whole scene was it was a 5-minute long scene where they're arguing and talking about that, but all I can really say is he wants to be an artist. That's the whole.
Artist, they break up. She leaves.
Yeah. Susan, who is Philip's fiance, calls Philip while he's at work and says that her therapist told her that they should break up because she's not having a good time, and he's very sad about it.
He's a sad boy.
Sad boy, yeah. Another call comes in, and Rita Wilson answers. There's this whole joke. This at the beginning of this movie. Of suicide, isn't that funny? It's not really funny.
Yeah.
Because this is the part because they've been having phone problems or something. So Rita Wilson answers the phone, and there's a guy in a phone booth played by Stephen Wright, who's a very funny comedian, who's saying he's sad and he wants to kill himself and he has a gun, and Rita Wilson's just like can't hear him because there's a bunch of static. So it's like, oh, static, whoa, I can't hear him, and he just kills himself. And she's like, I guess he hung up, and it's like, oh.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Oh, I think so, and it wasn't really funny.
No.
It was very bad. But that's like the last time they make suicide jokes, which is good. There were a lot of times in this movie where I was like, ooh, is this where it's gonna get weird? Because there's also like a transgender person in this movie, like a transgender character. And I was super afraid the movie was going to get really transphobic, but it didn't really.
Yeah, that's because it wasn't an actual Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, if Adam Sandler wrote it, oh boy. But yeah, so there were, like I said, there were a lot of times in this movie where I thought it was going to get like really problematic, and then it didn't, which was good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of movies from this time did get that way. What's next? So that happens. Funny. Oh, isn't suicide so funny? Then Adam Sandler's character gets introduced. He comes in singing some songs, listening to his Walkman or something, and Mrs. Munchnick is yelling at him to come get her out, but he can't hear her because
she's stuck in the elevator.
Yeah, she's stuck in the elevator, but he's jamming. He can't hear her. The whole most of the time in this movie, Adam Sandler is doing that voice he used to do. You know what I mean?
I didn't watch a lot of Adam Sandler movies.
He did it a lot like on Saturday Night Live and stuff like that, where like when he first started out, he just did a weird voice. I can't really like describe it.
It's weird.
I'm sure people know what I'm talking about, but it's like that voice he was doing in the movie, you know?
Did he do that a lot?
That's that was like his thing.
Why?
That was his thing. He would do a
thing.
weird voice, and it's like, what does that mean? What is he doing?
Yeah,
that was like the character that he was in was weird. But like everything in this movie, like his character got better.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like usually things just get bad and they're very bad, but his character got better, and I don't know.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. I don't get it. But yeah, that scene happens. And Catherine's setting up the Christmas tree in the office. Because then they like also have dinner there.
Yeah, see, no, don't they have dinner in her apartment?
No, they have it at the office.
Are you sure?
Yeah. They have it at the office. Everything takes place in like almost everything takes place in the office.
Is the office on the 6th floor?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the room they were in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were just in the kitchen when they were eating.
I know that. I thought the office was not on the 6th floor.
Oh, no. Okay. But anyway, she's setting up the tree. Someone calls in. Philip answers, and they want to come over because they're very alone. And, they beg and they beg, and they finally give the address out because it's against the rules to give out the address because they're not supposed to, like, tell anything about their personal lives or give things out. They just want to help people. But they give the address because the person on the other line was very sad.
Very much crying.
Yeah. And it's revealed the character that was talking is Chris, who is the transgender character in this movie. Mm-hmm. And, like, her family...
Her family was not accepting of it at all.
Calls her Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And that was...
It's very rude.
Yeah. Oh, and so I wrote this here because there were, like, no good places to write it. But the whole time, in, like, all the dialogue, people keep talking about the Seaside Strangler.
Oh, yeah.
Who's this character. There's just been, like, killing a lot of people around town lately.
He strangles them with fishing line and then puts kelp around them.
Yeah, and he has a very specific... person, like a tall long-haired woman,
brown-haired, pretty woman.
Mm-hmm. That's his thing. But I'll just put that in because that comes up later. Mm-hmm. See, because like there's just a lot of stuff in the dialogue that I couldn't really write down because I didn't know what was important or not. But that's important. But it's a little later, and they finally find out that Mrs. Munchnick was stuck in the elevator, so they try and help her. Don't really succeed very well.
Nope.
And then Gracie calls Catherine and asks to spend the night there, and she's like, well, I guess, but... And then Gracie hangs up because Felix is chasing after her, and she doesn't want to talk to Felix.
She doesn't even hang up. She just drops the phone.
Yeah,
and
she
runs.
just, like, leaves it. Catherine gives... it's terrible. It's like everything seems so disconnected, but it's not.
Yeah.
But now is when Catherine gives Philip some pajamas, and he's like, "Whoa, everyone always gets the bride something, but they never get the groom anything." He's like, "Oh, yeah,
definitely still a groom."
Yep, still a groom. Catherine picks up the phone and starts crying because she like really relates to the person that she's talking to because the person was very lonely.
Sad.
Yeah, so she starts crying. So Philip takes over for her and she goes and hides in the bathtub. I guess that's her safe space.
nice little bathtub.
Yeah. He gives her her present that he got her, but the eviction notice is accidentally like stuck on the bottom of it. So he tries to get it off of the present. Well, she doesn't see, but
he doesn't do very good.
Yeah, he doesn't do a very good job of that. I don't know. It was like stuck on very well, I guess.
Apparently, well, that and he wasn't getting his hand out of the sleeve.
Yeah, of his pajamas that he was wearing.
Knit pajamas.
Yeah. But she finds out and she's like freaks out again, runs to the bathtub because they only have a few days to get out. But he says that he's gonna call a newspaper because that worked last time when they were trying to remove some trees.
Yeah.
He handcuffed himself to a tree and then called a newspaper, and then they did it. So he's like, I'll call the newspaper, and then they'll write a news story about us.
Bail me out again.
Yeah. And now is when Gracie arrives. She hits the elevator. They're trying to get Mrs. Munchnick out of the elevator right now, and Gracie's there. She hits the button for the elevator, and it's just working now.
Well, she
slams it, and it's working now. So the elevator like falls down, and Philip's just like holding on to Mrs. Munchnick's hand while they're in the elevator shaft because he was trying to like pull her out from the top of the elevator, and that's a whole scene,
whole ordeal.
Yeah, because then the elevator goes up and they think they're going to be crushed, but there's enough room for them up in the top, so they don't get crushed. Yeah. What else is happening? Oh yeah, so Gracie like runs into the apartment, and then everyone else needs to get in, but she's not letting anybody in because Felix is there also, and she doesn't want to talk to Felix. But then she eventually lets everyone in. Mrs. Munchnick like runs to the bathroom because she really needs to go to the bathroom, and just starts peeing.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
Everybody's in the bathroom.
Yeah, everyone's just in the bathroom while she's peeing. They start arguing. Gracie and Felix start arguing, and then she hits him on the head, and he like starts bleeding.
With the fruitcake.
Yeah, with the fruitcake. He starts bleeding and passes out, and so they're like, "Oh, we need to take him to the hospital." Ugh. But they can't afford a hospital, so they got to take him to this vet that they know.
The American healthcare system, am I right?
So true. But they ask Mrs. Munchnick to cover the phones for her, and she's like, "Oh, I guess I'm not going to go to my dead husband's sister's house." Ugh.
Ugh, get there by next Christmas.
And while they're bringing Felix to the car, Louis comes out and is like, "Hey, Catherine, I want to sing a song for you." And she's like, "Oh, when I come back, you can do it." He's like playing a ukulele.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler, Louis.
Yeah. Did you say his name already?
I think so.
Okay.
His name's Louis. But that happens. Gracie is like just hanging out with Mrs. Munchnick and asks if she can borrow some scissors because she was gonna cut the eviction notice up into like a snowflake, and that's when Mrs. Munchnick she freaks out. She's like, "Oh, I knew it. I knew he was lying to us about the eviction. Oh, that Philip. That darn Philip." They arrive at the vet. It is Dr. Kinski, who's played by Rob Reiner. They're just like hanging out. He's like, "Oh, you brought me a human. I guess I can help out." And all three of the men are arguing about how sad they are about women and like, "Oh, women with their pillows. Am I right? All the pillows on the bed."
Oh man.
And then Felix just takes some dog tranquilizers for some reason.
He hands him the bottle and he takes like the whole bottle.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know how many to take.
Well, you should ask the doctor.
The bottle.
The doctor that's there.
Kick it back.
So now they have to take him to a real hospital. Now they have to call a real ambulance. And Felix has this argument with Catherine about like, "Oh, I can't believe you hang out with these people. Where did you even find them?" And she's like, "They're my friends. What the heck? Why are you being so rude to me?"
Honestly.
Yeah. And then Catherine like yells at him and is like, "Oh, you're only good on the phones. You're not good in real life with real people." And he's like, "Oh, what?" And he gets like offended by that. Oh yeah. So this was another scene. This was another joke that was like kind of weird. But like earlier, Catherine got a phone call. Oh no, Philip got a phone call, and it was a guy like acting like he was super sad. And then he was like, "Do you have a woman there I can talk to for the holidays?" He's like, "Oh yeah, come here, Catherine." And then he just starts like harassing Catherine. and like yelling that he wants to stick it in her and stuff like that.
Yeah, it happens like 3 times.
Yeah, because that's this scene is Gracie answers the phone and starts harassing her, and then that's a whole scene. Is this guy? He's just harassing them. Oh yeah, but so now is when Chris comes over, and Chris knocks on the door and just like doesn't talk to them for some reason. Because they have like a buzzer on their door.
Yeah, like she's freaking out that he's a seaside strangler.
Yeah, they're like, "Are you a seaside strangler? Answer me. Who are you?" And Chris is just like not saying anything. It was really weird, but they let her in, and then like Ms. Munchnick passes out
because Gracie hit her with a door.
That's right. Okay, yeah. I didn't see that part, so I don't know why she passed out. But yeah, Gracie opens the door and she hits her with a door. That happens. They lay her down behind the couch to rest while she wakes up, and then Philip arrives. Philip and Chris have a nice chat on the couch, and this whole time there's like electrical problems with the lights. The lights in the apartment building, so like the lights keep going on and off, and so Philip's like starts to light some candles and stuff like that, and like Philip starts getting like a little, I don't know, this was another part where I was like, ooh, is this where the movie's gonna get like transphobic? Because like Philip was acting weird around Chris, and so I was like, but like I think it was just he's just uncomfortable around like people. I think I mean, they were clearly going for he's uncomfortable around Chris.
Yeah, but eventually he got comfortable.
Yeah, well, no, it immediately goes away because Chris like talks about how he doesn't really care about what people think, and he won a mambo contest with his sister one time. He's like, now I just do whatever I want, and I don't really think about what people care, and so
don't really think about what people care.
Yep. I'll just edit it back. Take all the words and
splice those words.
Yep. You know what I mean. But so Chris then asks Philip to like dance with her,
and they dance.
Yeah, and Philip's like acts a little weird when they first start dancing, but then they get into it and they start dancing. And while that's happening, Catherine and Gracie are over at Gracie's house, and they're like giving Catherine like a makeover for some reason.
I don't know, why not?
I guess just to have some fun. But Catherine
trying to hook them up.
Yeah, Catherine loves the makeover, so she's super happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that happens while Chris and Philip are dancing. Mrs. Munchnick wakes up and like yells at Philip about the eviction notice and stuff, and then she leaves. And while she's leaving, Mrs. Munchnick reveals that Catherine likes Philip, has a thing for Philip. Mm-hmm. And Philip's like, ooh.
Does she? Ooh, how convenient.
A good thing I just broke up with my fiance then. Ooh. But Philip goes back in and is like freaking out at Chris. He's getting really, really mad because he doesn't want to hang out with these crazy people. They always call him
crazy people.
Yeah, and so Chris leaves really mad. You know,
I'd be mad too.
Yeah. Catherine, Gracie, and Louie, they all come in. Louie followed them in because they're all gonna have a nice Christmas Eve dinner together.
Nice Chinese food.
Yeah, but then we see Felix in the hospital. He is like laying down in a gurney, and he like runs away without paying and runs home to grab a gun. And now we're back over at the Christmas Eve dinner, and Louie's playing this nice song that he wrote for Catherine. I think I'm going to play the song at the beginning of this episode.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful song.
A nice, lovely song.
And Catherine loves it. She's so happy, but Philip doesn't like it because he likes Catherine now, I guess.
I guess now that he knows.
Yeah. Philip like gets mad. Oh, he's just like mad in general this whole movie about like everything. And so he throws the fruit because Mrs. Munchnick gave back the fruitcake earlier to someone.
She dropped the fruitcake out of the elevator, and then Gracie picked it up. And
that's
then
right.
Yeah.
Okay. See, it's just like it's hard to tell what's gonna be a thing that it comes up later or not, because I really don't want to just type everything, because I used to do that and it was terrible and made the episode super long.
He's fine.
Okay, but yeah, so they got the fruitcake back, but Philip's mad that she gave back the fruitcake, so he throws it out the window, and it hits Mrs. Munchnick's car window.
I don't know why he threw the fruitcake.
Yeah,
like, you need to calm down, sir.
This is dumb. It's so Mrs. Munchnick's crying. She's really sad about her car because it wasn't working at first, which is why she was still out there.
I think she was more scared when she started crying.
That too, yeah.
I'd be terrified.
Mm-hmm. But then this other guy who lives in the same apartment complex, who was in an earlier scene, yelling at Mrs. Munchnick. He's got a bunch of dogs.
She don't like dogs.
Yeah, she doesn't like dogs, so they were mad at each other. But then Mrs. Munchnick, she's freaking out and crying, and then she just like starts kissing him, and they run over to the beach and start kissing on the beach and stuff.
Have the sex on the beach.
Yep, they have the sex on the beach. So having a fun time with the doggies.
Did they like tie him up? Or the dogs
I don't know.
involved?
The dogs were like there while they were just like rolling around on the beach, so I don't know.
It's weird.
Chris comes back to the apartment because she forgot her cape at the apartment, and then Felix also comes in with his gun and starts pointing it at everybody, and he wants Gracie to come back home. And they all group up for some reason when he's pointing the gun at them.
They want him to calm down.
I guess that's true. Yeah. I don't know. Is that a good strategy, or is spreading out a good strategy?
You don't want to freak out the person with the gun.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know what would be a better idea.
I'll go grab a gun.
Okay. Well, there's only one of me.
Oh shit! Go grab the kids outside. See what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Felix, he keeps shooting the ceiling to freak them all out and stuff like that.
Working.
Like, good thing they're on the top floor, right?
So many more people would have been dead.
Yeah. But yeah, he keeps shooting the ceiling. Chris comes over and tries to calm him down, but it's not working. So she just hits him with a pillow and tries to grab the gun from him, and then he shoots her in the foot. Then oh no!
The foot.
What else happens? Oh yeah. Gracie then takes the gun and is like, "Oh, I gotta empty it. Gotta empty it all the bullets." So she starts shooting the ceiling and the walls. And then you hear someone at the door, and they're like, oh.
But it's like a continuous doorbell
like
sound.
a doorbell ring.
Stopping, like somebody's stuck on there.
And so they're like, oh, what happened? So they open the door, and they shot the landlord. He's just dead now. He just died.
He just
got shot.
Twice.
Yeah. And so he falls on the ground. They're like, oh, boy. They don't really freak out as much as I thought they were.
He was a dick.
Yeah, that's true. He was evicting them, so. But, what happened? Oh yeah, so Philip then now tries to call the police on Gracie, but Gracie's like, "No, please, I don't want to give birth to my son in jail."
Yeah, I don't think he was just calling the police on Gracie. I think he was just calling the police.
In general, yeah, they have a dead body there. And then Catherine starts freaking out. She's having trouble breathing, so Philip hangs up on the police and tries to calm her down, take care of her and stuff like that. Have a nice time.
The 90s must have been a wild time to have to wait on hold to talk to the police.
Seriously, though. Ugh. And then Louie is also hanging out with Chris, getting her some drugs, taking care of her foot, which is just has a scratch on it. She's just overreacting the whole time.
Barely shot, yeah.
What else? Philip runs into the room to give Chris some bandages, but hits her with the door.
People need to be careful with their doors.
I know, yeah. Oh, boy. And then Philip goes back to take care of Catherine. They start kissing on the bathroom floor. And
then they have
sex.
While there's a dead guy in their living room.
While the landlord is dead and all the bad things.
By sex.
Mm-hmm. Louie comes in, helps Chris with her nose, and sings the song for her, but changes the name to Chris. Sings a nice song. Then Chris loves it. It's a nice time. Then Susan comes. I thought this was going to go further and be another scene, but no.
It didn't.
Susan comes here to see Philip because she's like, "Oh, I made a mistake." And Grace is like, "Oh, I was taking a bath with Catherine." And she's like,
"Can you leave now?"
Like, "Oh, okay, bye." And she just leaves. They put the landlord. Their plan is they're going to put the landlord in the Christmas tree. They just
brilliant.
Take the branch. I mean, it is such a good plan. They wrap him in burlap, and then they take the branches off the tree and super glue them onto the burlap, and so he's just in the tree, and no one will notice.
Nope.
And their plan is to just take him, put him on the boardwalk, and then leave.
Oh, that wasn't part of the plan.
Oh yeah, sorry. Take him, put him on the boardwalk.
That's it.
Yep. But Philip is like, that's a terrible plan. But then Louis comes in. He's like, oh, that's a good plan. I can help out with that. And so they all just take him down and are gonna go put him on
Christmas carols. And take him to the boardwalk.
And then Mrs. Munchnick meets up with them, and like the dogs start sniffing the tree, and they're like, oh, get those dogs out of here.
No.
But then they follow them, and they're all just walking, singing Christmas carols while bringing this dead guy in a tree. And then they come across those rollerbladers from the beginning.
With their Christmas tree.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we're going to get you. We're going to run into your tree now because you ran into our tree. And so they, like, throw the tree up in the air so they don't hit it, and all the branches fall off and lands on the ground.
There's a hand.
Yep. So the cops come. They're like, oh, please explain what is happening right now. And Mrs. Munchnick says that, the landlord killed himself, and they're trying to cover it up. But then Philip explains the real story, which is like, oh, Felix brought a gun, and so the cops are like, oh, then he's the murderer, we'll take him away. So they start arresting Felix, but then Gracie's like, no, it was me.
Felix grabs the gun and runs away.
Yeah, he runs away and climbs a building
somehow.
Yeah, I don't really know how he did that, but he just climbs the front of a building, and he stands on the building and points the gun at himself, and Felix tries to talk him down from the building. I mean, not Felix, Philip. That's the name that I was thinking of. Philip tries to talk Felix down from the building, tell him not to kill himself, and he's going to make a nice mural.
He's got family.
Yeah, he's got family now. And so Felix comes down, and he's happy.
Mm-hmm.
As a guess. And the cops reveal that Stanley was the Seaside Strangler.
Shit. He was coming to kill them.
Yeah, so instead of arresting them, they get a $250,000 reward. Woo! And Gracie's like, I can help you guys move, and so you won't get evicted anymore. Woo! And then they give the cop the fruitcake as a present.
I said thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then Gracie starts having her baby.
Yep.
And
did we mention she was pregnant?
Yeah, we mentioned it at the beginning.
Okay, she's pregnant.
We're just like running through this movie because it's just...
It's like a good one. There's not a lot of bad things to say.
Yeah, I know. There's not a lot to say about it other than it was good. And all like this stuff. But yeah, the vet's there to deliver it for them. And have a nice Christmas baby.
Christmas baby.
And then we cut to like another day, and we see this mural that Felix painted with all their faces and stuff. And it's a nice mural. Mm-hmm. It's a nice time.
He found himself a wall.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I didn't like about this movie was that, like, they just for some reason wanted to wrap like everything up. And they did it all in like the last like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
just like everything wrapped up. Like Seaside Strangler, you're not gonna get arrested. You're gonna have a baby. All this stuff happened so fast. And
yeah,
it was just like it was a little too much. But yeah, other than that, I really liked it. And that's the whole movie.
You didn't mention why it was called Mixed Nuts.
Oh, because Philip's dad.
Yeah, dad.
Dad got hit by a truck of mixed nuts when he was younger.
Yep. And
then also it's like a pun because crazy people.
They're a mixed bunch o' nuts.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so let's talk about the things we did like and give it some gift giving. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like this movie. I don't know why no one likes it.
I wasn't looking forward to it when you said it was one of the worst movies
either.
Ever. Yeah.
I didn't really like the suicide jokes and the
but there's like two of them.
And like the almost transphobia, but everything got better.
It fixed itself.
Yeah, it fixed itself. It was really good. I really like the soundtrack too.
Oh yeah, that was very good. That was very good.
And they had like really good cinematography too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you noticed that. There are a lot of good shots in this movie.
Good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. And then I also you can clearly tell it's based on a play, but like I really like that for some reason because there's only like 3 like settings in the movie. There's like Gracie's apartment, that apartment, and then like outside.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the vet for like a scene.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's it. And I don't know. I really like
how
the movie all just like takes place in the same like area. It was good.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I liked when Miss Munchnick was stuck in the elevator.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. She like took out some of the presents that she had, and it was like a little toy, microphone thing with some music.
Yeah, like a sample pad and a microphone, but like a toy one.
She started singing a song about how she was stuck in the elevator.
It was very good.
It was very good, yeah. But yeah,
it was good. It was very good.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna rate it?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best Adam Sandler movie we've watched.
Yeah. Because it wasn't.
It wasn't really an Adam Sandler movie. And next week, I think I want. I don't know. Do you want to do that next week?
Do what next week?
Do you want to watch the French version?
Sure.
Because I downloaded the French version.
Does it have English subtitles?
Yeah, I got subtitles for it.
Okay, then yeah,
so
sure.
We'll watch that next.
Watch it again.
So it'll just be like the same episode kind of next week, but we'll talk about the differences because there's a few differences that I read from the plots and stuff.
When did the French one come out?
The 80s, so a decade before this one.
Okay, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. And then let's watch the play.
Let's do it
for the next week.
Can we go see the play?
I don't know. Let's see if it's still playing anywhere.
Don't let the door hit you on the way into the celebration tank.
Hey. Best we could come up with. We couldn't really think of anything.
There we go. We are in.
Yeah.
Broke my nose.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just wanted to say I'm sorry we haven't had a guest in a few weeks.
We've run out of friends.
We haven't run out of friends. We just keep forgetting to get someone to be on the show, and then also every time we remember, we run out of time.
Yeah.
And so no one has any time. Please be our friend.
Hit us up if you want to be on a podcast.
So sorry. And then I don't know. This episode's so short too.
How
it's
long
just
have
because we've only been doing it for like 35 minutes. Usually we're at like an hour after we're done talking about the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We really liked this movie, and so there's nothing really to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for that, but hey, you get a nice short episode this week.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Anyway, it's still August, which means it's still Admit You're Happy Month, Black Business Month, Family Fun Month, Get Ready for Kindergarten Month, Medic Alert Awareness Month, National Catfish Month, National Crayon Collection Month, National Eye Exam Month, National Goat Cheese Month, National Golf Month, National Immunization Awareness Month, National Panini Month, Peach Month, Romance Awareness Month, Spinal Muscular Atrophy Awareness Month, and Water Quality Month.
It's a month.
Those are the months.
Yes, it is.
And then it's also Tuesday the 22nd, which means it's National Pecan Torte Day.
Hey, happy National Pecan Torte Day.
Pecan Torte. A torte is like a dessert filled with whipped cream, buttercream, mousse, jam, fruit, or nuts. It's like a dense cake, kind of.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah. It sounds good.
Make me one.
Okay. Well, what else is on the 22nd?
Be an Angel Day.
Happy Be an Angel Day.
Be an Angel Day. This special day was created by Jane Howard Fieldman. According to her website, she was inspired by the angels to be the founder of Be an Angel Day.
Thanks.
She was just like, love angels. Be an angel.
Thanks, angels. And it's also Russian Flag Day.
Happy Russian Flag Day.
Yeah, look up that Russian flag.
Let's see this bad boy.
Also, it's so embarrassing. I don't think I've ever seen the Russian flag before, because every time someone talks about Russia, I just picture, like, the Soviet Union flag, but that's not their flag anymore, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, when I saw this, I was like, that's their flag? It looks a lot like the French flag, right? It's like if you took the French flag and tipped it on the side and then rearranged some of the colors.
Huh.
So it's like white on the top, red in the middle, blue in the middle, and then red on the bottom. And let's see, there are varying interpretations on what the colors mean, but the most popular one is the white symbolizes nobility and frankness, the blue symbolizes faithfulness, honesty, impeccability, and chastity, and the red stands for courage, generosity, and love. This is a good flag. It's just kind of
very plain.
Kind of plain, yeah. I'll give it what? 4.
I think it was 3.5. It's very boring.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just unoriginal.
Mm-hmm. Seeing it, red, white, and blue. Been there, done that.
Well, what else is today?
National Tooth Fairy Day.
Happy National Tooth Fairy Day.
Happy National, get some tooth to the Tooth Fairy.
Give some tooth to the Tooth
Give
Fairy.
some tooth.
Is also Southern Hemisphere Hootie Hoo Day.
Happy Southern Hemisphere Hootie Hoo Day.
Guess what?
What do you do?
It's the Wellcat holiday.
Oh, yay.
If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, go outdoors at high noon and yell Hootie Hoo to chase winter and make ready for spring.
Can we just, Wellcat, you kind of need
Hootie
to
Hoo.
stop. Are we in the southern hemisphere? I don't think you can
No,
do
we're
that.
in the southern hemisphere.
You can't do that then.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to chase away. No, I don't want to chase away winter.
Yeah,
I want winter to come here. Who winter?
Who?
Anyway, move on to Wednesday the 23rd. What do you got?
National Sponge Cake Day.
Happy National Sponge Cake Day.
Happy National Day. You eat some sponge cake.
Nice.
It's delish.
We also got Ukrainian Flag Day.
Happy Ukrainian Flag Day.
This one, I believe, is a blue stripe on top and a white stripe on the bottom.
You believe?
Not white, sorry, yellow. I don't know. I don't have them pulled up. I just looked at them. Make sure I'm right. Is it blue on top, yellow on bottom?
It's loud. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's very boring.
Yeah, the blue represents peace, the sky above the Ukraine and the country's streams, while the yellow represents prosperity and the color of the country's wheat fields. It's nice, but again, it's very boring.
I give it a 3.
Give it 3.5. Get with it, guys. What else do we got?
We got National Ride the Wind Day.
Happy National Ride the Wind Day.
Yep. Go outside and ride the wind.
What does that mean?
It commemorates the anniversary of the first human-powered flight to win the Kramer Prize. It was on August 23rd of 1977 that the Gossamer Condor II flew the first figure 8 course specified by the Royal Aeronautical Society at Minter Field in Shafter, California. Slowly cruising at only 11 miles an hour, it traveled a distance of 2,172 meters.
Nice. So go fly a plane.
Yeah.
Move on to Thursday the 24th. It's Liberia Flag Day.
Happy Liberia Flag Day.
This one, you look it up because it's just pretty unoriginal as well.
What is with this week in terms of flags?
So the Liberian flag is pretty much the United States flag with 1 star. Right?
That's literally...
It's only got 11 stripes, though.
Oh.
Because I think we have 13.
Yeah, we have 13.
Okay. So the 11 stripes symbolize the signatories of the Liberian Declaration of Independence. Red and white for the stripes symbolize courage and moral excellence, and the white star represents the first independent Western-styled republic in Africa, above the blue square representing the African continent. So yeah, it's just our flag, but with 11 stripes in it.
I give it a 0. Unoriginal.
3.
Yeah, 3.
3.
Doesn't have as many stars and stripes.
Unoriginal.
Nerd.
Blue's too small. What else have we got on the day?
Is this the 24th?
Yeah.
Okay. National Peach Pie Day.
Happy National Peach Pie Day.
Happy day. Eat some peach pies. Make some peach pies. Have a peach pie day.
Ooh. It's also Ukrainian Independence Day.
Happy Ukrainian Independence Day.
Yeah, the current form of the holiday was first celebrated on July 16th, 1991, because it was the first anniversary of the declaration of their independence. But the actual date that their declaration or that their independence was declared was the 24th of August. So after a few years, they're like, oh, we should probably just change it to the 24th of August because that makes more sense. So that's happy day.
Happy day.
What else we got?
We got National Waffle Day.
Happy National Waffle Day.
Happy day. The first United States patent for a waffle iron was issued to Cornelius Storthout of Troy in New York.
Nice.
On August 24th, 1869.
Nice.
Let's go make some waffles.
Yeah, we got a waffle iron. We can do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Never made waffles
Celebrate
with it.
I like waffles.
Me
They're
too.
very good.
I like them more than pancakes.
I don't like pancakes.
Yeah, fuck pancakes. We're all about waffles here.
Mm-hmm.
If you like pancakes, I don't know, you
Get
can keep
out.
listening. It's fine.
You can listen, but you can't come over.
Yeah, well, unless you like waffles.
Make you waffles.
Except we've never made waffles with the waffle iron.
That's
but
it.
we will make you them if you come over.
We're making waffles on the 24th.
Yep. Anyway, it's also National Parks Day in Costa Rica.
Happy National Parks Day, Costa Rica.
Yeah, they got lots of good parks. Go check them out if you're in Costa Rica.
Okay.
What's next?
It's St. Barth.
Oh boy.
Why can't I say it? St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre.
Happy St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre?
Yes, you did not mention massacre.
I did not know it was a massacre.
Nope, it's a massacre. The St.
Bartholomew.
Why can't I say it? The St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre in 1572 was a targeted group of assassinations and a wave of Catholic mob violence directed against the Huguenots during the French Wars of Religion, traditionally believed to have been instigated by Queen Catherine de' Medici, the mother of King Charles IX. The massacre took place a few days after the wedding day of the king's sister Margaret to the Protestant Henry III of Navarre. Many of the most wealthy and prominent Huguenots had gathered in largely Catholic Paris to attend the wedding. So a bunch of people died.
So is this a holiday, though?
Yeah.
Do people, like, celebrate it?
I would say no.
Then should we skip it?
Yes.
See, I don't know, because, like, there's a lot of holidays that are just, like, things that happened that are, like, days. I don't know if those count as, like, holidays.
Is 9/11 a holiday?
I guess, because people celebrate, like, in a way by, like, remembering.
Do they?
Yeah, by just, like, remembering it. So I guess St. Bartholomew's Day is a day, because I'm sure people remember and, like, it's like, oh. Because then also today is Vesuvius Day, which is the day that Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD in Pompeii. And so, like, you don't really, like, celebrate it, but it's, like, a day of remembrance.
Yeah.
So I guess these count.
Yeah, these are holidays.
Yeah, it's just, like, it's weird.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's also Vesuvius Day. Happy Vesuvius Day.
Happy Vesuvius Day.
Anyway, let's move on to the Friday the 25th. What do we got?
What do we got? It's a week of stuff. It's Be Kind to Humankind Day and Week.
Ooh, happy Be Kind to Humankind Day and Week.
Happy day. It's the annual celebration of kindness that is recognized globally from August 25th to the 31st each and every year.
Yes, you can only be kind to people this week.
And each day has its own thing.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Tell us about them.
Sunday, it's Sacrifice Our Wants for Others' Needs Sunday. So you show them that you care. Motorist Consideration Monday. Try to drive carefully and courteously. Touch a Heart Tuesday. You gotta spread kindness one heart at a time. Stop touching all those hearts. And then there's Willing to Lend a Hand Wednesday. You offer a helping hand. Thoughtful Thursday. Treat others well. Forgive Your Foe Friday. You gotta come together. And Speak Kind Words Saturday.
That's nice.
Say something nice.
Nice week.
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo.
Then it's also the beginning of Ganesh Chaturthi.
Happy beginning of Ganesh and...
Yeah, so it's a Hindu holiday. It takes place this year on August 25th through September 5th. It's a festival that remember Ganesh's birthday. Ganesh was is a god in the Hindu faith, god of good beginnings, prosperity, and removing obstacles. So he's just like he's a nice good luck guy, you know.
Fun.
Yeah, so it's his birthday. So they have a big festival. People like create big clay models of him, and they all have a good time.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got?
We got National Kiss and Make Up Day.
Happy National Kiss and Make Up Day.
It's your day to end your arguments.
By kissing. It's also Brazilian Soldiers Day.
Happy Brazilian Soldiers Day.
Thanks, guys. You do good.
You're good.
What else we got?
It's National Banana Split Day.
Happy National Banana Split Day.
Happy day. A 23-year-old apprentice pharmacist at Tassel's Pharmacy in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, created the first banana split in 1904. David Evans Strickler enjoyed inventing sundaes at the store's soda fountain. His first banana-based triple ice cream sundae sold for 10 cents, doubled the cost of all other sundaes. In Strickler's hometown of Latrobe, Pennsylvania, they proudly celebrate his creation with a festival annually in August. In 2013, an official marker was placed at the site of the pharmacy where Strickler's first made his handmade famous banana split. The United States Post Office honored the banana split and the town of Latrobe in 2016 with a 47-cent forever stamp depicting the banana split. It was one of 5 stamps in the Soda Fountain Favorites series. For a time, Latrobe residents could receive a cancellation mark memorializing their claim to fame.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, guy.
You did it. You made a banana split.
Yeah. Today is also the Day of the Sungun in North Korea.
Happy Day of the Sungun, North Korea.
It commemorates the beginning of Kim Jong-il's leadership in 1960. Observances include galas for service people, dancing parties, concerts, laying bouquets, visiting historical sites. It's just like a fun fun time to celebrate Kim Jong-il.
What's next?
Your turn.
My turn. It's National Secondhand Wardrobe Day.
Happy National Secondhand Wardrobe Day.
Go hit up a thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also Uruguayan Independence Day.
Happy Uruguayan Independence Day.
Yeah, on August 25th, 1825, they declared their independence from Brazil.
Good job, guys.
And so they did it. Good job. What else do we got today?
We have got National Whiskey Sour Day.
Happy National Whiskey Sour Day.
It's a glass of whiskey garnished with half an orange and a maraschino cherry.
That's fun. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's got whiskey, lemon juice, and sugar.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
It's like a whiskey lemonade.
Yeah, and it's shaken, not stirred.
Ooh. We'll move on to Saturday the 26th. It is Heroes Day in Nambia.
Happy Heroes Day, Nambia.
Yeah, it was commemorates their War of Independence. On August 26th, 1966, 8 helicopters of the South African Defense Force attacked the guerrilla fighters of Umugulugwumbashi. At the time of the attack, there were only 17 soldiers in the camp. And this was the first armed battle of the war. So today is to commemorate that day and all the heroes that fought for their independence.
That's fun.
Yeah. What else we got?
We have got National Cherry Popsicle Day.
Happy National Cherry Popsicle Day.
Happy day. One evening in 1905, 11-year-old Frank Epperson mixed a batch of soda on his porch and left it with the stirring stick still in for the night. That evening in San Francisco, California, the temperature dipped to record lows, and the following morning, Frank discovered instead of a soda pop, a frozen treat on a stick. Inspired, he created the first fruit-flavored popsicle.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I like that. I didn't know that. You're just like, oops, it froze.
Okay.
It's popsicle.
And then in 1922, during a fireman's ball, he introduced his frosty treat to everybody else, and they were like, wow, this is cool. And then in 1924, he applied for a patent.
That's so fun.
And he called it the Epsicle Ice Pop.
Ooh, bad name.
That was his last name.
I know,
no, that wasn't it.
No, it was. It was
No,
like
Frank Epperson.
Epperson, yeah.
Epperson,
Epsicle. It's like, ooh. That's a real mouthful.
Epsicle is a real mouthful, and popsicle isn't?
I guess that's true. I guess you're right.
Yeah.
It's just a weird name.
Let's go get an Epsicle.
Go Epsicle. Oh, love me some Epsicles. Anyway, it's also National Day of Repentance in Papua New Guinea.
Happy National Day of Repentance, Papua New Guinea.
So it's a day to come together and pray and ask the Lord to forgive you for your wrongs that happened in the nation and the things that you did wrong. It's celebrated, just by pretty much like praying around the country and everything like that. It was implemented by their government, and when they did that, the government just like didn't say what the day was about.
Oh.
There's like National Day of Repentance, and everyone's like, but what does that mean? And they're like, National Day of Repentance.
Gotta make them feel
Duh.
guilty.
Duh, it's National Day of Repentance. Duh. So people just had to kind of like figure out what that meant, but they did. So happy day. What else do we got?
We got National Dog Day.
Happy National Dog Day.
Happy day. Celebrate your dogs.
Nice dogs.
Good boy.
Yeah, it's also National Web Mistress Day.
Happy National Web Mistress Day.
It recognizes women in web development. A web mistress is a woman who designs, develops, markets, and maintains websites. That's a weird name.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, what were you expecting? Like a...
What do you think I was expecting?
Yeah. It's a weird name.
Yeah.
But that flows perfectly into our next holiday.
It is National Women's Equality Day.
Happy National Women's Equality Day.
Happy day. By a joint resolution of Congress on August 26, 1971, the first Women's Equality Day was celebrated. Rep. Bella sponsored the resolution, and every year since, each president declares this day as Women's Equality Day, commemorating the certification of the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution.
Nice. Happy day.
Happy day.
We'll move on to Sunday the 27th. It's Moldova Independence Day.
Happy Moldova Independence Day.
Yeah. They got their independence from the Soviet Union on August 27th, 1991. Good job, guys. What's next?
It is National Just Because Day.
Happy National Just Because Day.
Happy day. Was created by Joseph J. Goodwin in Los Gatos, California in the late 1950s. It began as a family holiday and has grown into an annual celebration across the United States.
Nice.
Yep.
Just because.
Just because.
just a day. But it's also Lyndon Baines Johnson Day.
Happy Lyndon Baines Johnson Day.
Yeah, so this is a legal holiday in Texas.
Just Texas?
Just Texas.
Oh, okay.
It falls every year on the 27th, which is the birthday of Lyndon B. Johnson, who is one of the presidents. I don't remember which number president he was. Look that up. Oh, wait. Oh, no, you don't have to. He's the 36th president of the United States.
Already closed out my holidays list.
So he died after he died in 1973. The Texas state legislature created the day just to honor him because he was born there. And it's an optional holiday, so people don't get the day off. And it's just like he was good.
Don't forget.
I think he was a good president. I don't know. I wasn't alive. Good job. What's next?
It's National Pots de Creme Day.
Happy National Pots de Creme Day.
Happy day. It's Pots de creme is made by combining eggs, egg yolk, cream, milk, and typically either vanilla or chocolate flavoring, and then it's baked in a little of those
ramekin.
Ramekins, and then it's made into a custard, and yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We'll make some Pots de creme.
Yeah. And then the last day, Monday the 28th, we got National Heroes Day in the Philippines.
Happy National Heroes Day, Philippines.
Yeah. Men and women in Philippine history who are very courageous. Thanks, guys.
You good.
You do good, boys and girls. What's next?
Well, we've got Crackers Over the Keyboard Day.
Happy Crackers Over the Keyboard Day.
Guess who made this one?
Is it Wellcat?
It's a Wellcat holiday. Yeah. Take some crackers and cookies to work and eat right over the top of your keyboard. Show them you're still a free thinker.
I do not want to do that at all.
Yeah, what? No, it's a terrible idea.
That sounds awful.
They're just going to make a mess, and I have to use that keyboard.
Yeah, so then I have to clean it up. That sounds...
Yeah.
That sucks.
What is the point of that? Just get the fuck out of here, Wellcat.
Ugh. It's also Quick Sea Festival.
Happy Quick Sea Festival.
This celebrates the annual it's a Chinese holiday, and it celebrates the annual meeting of the cowherd and the weaver girl in Chinese mythology. It's a classic Chinese folk tale about let's see, it's about a love story between Xinu, who is the weaver girl, and Niu Lang, who's the cowherd. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce those. I'm sorry. But their love was not allowed, thus they were banished to opposite sides of the Silver River. And then once a year, on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month, a flock of magpies would form a bridge to reunite the lovers for one day. And so that's what the Quick Sea Festival celebrates. And it's a nice festival in China, and they have a fun time.
That's fun.
Yeah. What's next?
It's National Cherry Turnover Day.
Happy National Cherry Turnover Day.
Happy day. You want to hear some fun facts about cherries?
Yeah.
They're related to plums, peaches, and nectarines.
Nice.
Cherries were brought to North America in the 1600s by the English colonists. There's more than 1,000 varieties of cherries in the United States.
Dang.
And there are an average of 44 cherries in 1 pound.
That's fun.
Those are my fun facts.
Go eat a turnover.
Do it. Nom.
And it is also Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day.
Happy Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day.
So it's a day to remember all your dead pets that have died and celebrate them. Deborah Barnes founded it in honor of her cat, Mr. Jazz.
Classic Debbie.
I don't know what the Rainbow Bridge is. I don't know what that means.
I think that's the bridge from living to death.
I guess. But thanks, Mr. Jazz.
Thanks, Mr. You died.
Thanks for being a good cat.
Oh yeah, you're a good little kitty.
Good little kitty, Mr. Jazz, and also all those other pets.
Mm-hmm.
Nice day. And then what is the final holiday?
The final holiday is Race Your Mouse Day.
Oh, happy Race Your Mouse Day. I wonder who made this
It's
one.
Another Wellcat holiday.
Oh boy.
They suggest you do so while waiting for whatever it is you're waiting for on the screen to come up, that you race your mouse around the icons on the screen.
When the fuck do they make this holiday?
Yeah, don't they know?
Because computers are so much
or...
faster. I really don't think I barely ever wait for anything on a computer anymore. Thanks to Hannah Puri for the artwork. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, more things, any podcast thing you got. Follow us on there. Give us a rating on iTunes and whatever. Apple Podcasts. I don't know. Give us a rating anywhere. We'll appreciate it. Or you can give us a comment on YouTube. Send us some fan mail to our email, oneholidayatatime@gmail.com.
Tweet at us.
Follow us on Twitter. It'll be fun time. That's it.
Goodbye.
And them's the days.
Bye. Chris, I wonder whether your name starts with a C or a K. I wonder if you have a skinny Uncle Harry or a fat Aunt Faye. I wonder if you know how good you look in those pantyhose. I wonder if you're happy that I didn't mention anything about the things coming out of your nose. Oh, so many things for me to wonder.